one of the biggest threats to our Second Amendment rights has proven to be the absence of ammo, because if you don't have ammo, you don't get to shoot. Just as importantly, if you don't have ammo, you don't get better. And you know, one of the things that we've said here on Downrange, that I've said on the podcast on Downrange Radio, is that competition is a critical way that you get better, because what you're doing is you're learning to shoot under artificial stress. You're inoculating yourself against stress. Well, the Ruger Rimfire Challenge and the whole Ruger Rimfire series offers you a chance to be able to actually compete, to get into competition at a cost that you can afford. We're talking about 22s here. We're not talking about $5,000, $6,000 race guns. And we're also talking about ammo that you can actually buy. 22 ammunition is once again available in the pipeline, so you can practice, you can compete, you can get better as a shooter, and you can inoculate yourself against stress, which will pay off big time if you ever have to use a firearm in defense of your life. Ken, this has been a long time coming, hasn't it?
It certainly has. This has been a dream for 2 or 3, 4 years. And we've had some stops and starts along the way, but I think we're finally rolling.
Succinctly, why is it important to have a 22 match?
Well, I think it's important to have 22 match because firearms are inexpensive overall. Most families already have 1 or 2 out there. Ammo is inexpensive, even though a little hard to get a hold of right now. It's still pretty inexpensive. You can come out here and bring up a brick of ammo and have fun, and you know, maybe you got 15, 20 bucks invested in an afternoon's recreation. Recoil is not something to be factored in because there isn't any. And so, you know, if you're trying to get young people involved, you're trying to get your wife involved, they're not going to shy away from it because they don't like dealing with the recoil. So I think it's just a win-win.
There's some kids out here who are about that tall who are shooting better than me. It's a little disheartening.
Yeah, and imagine what it's going to be like a few more years down the road. It's just wonderful to see these kids out here shooting. And it's great to see these kids out here doing this with this supervision and everything, because these aren't kids we got to worry about down the road.
Right.
These are kids that are learning what it is to be responsible. They're learning how to handle firearms correctly. And you know, this is just great because they're going to be people that carry the beacon down the road.
Now, Ruger's looking at actually a whole series of these matches across the country next year, correct?
That's correct. We'd like to do 10 matches next year. I'd like to do at least 9 regionals and then a championship match.
The championship will be in Morro Bay, California at the Hogue Range there.
That would be the plan. That's a great facility. We've been doing various matches there for years. I love going out there. They know how to run a really good match. They have a good group of volunteers, and it's a great place to kind of wrap up a season.
So, if people are looking at this and they're going, what do we need to compete? What do we need to go out there? Just quickly run down, what do they need to bring with them to the first match?
Basically, to come to a match, they need a 22 pistol or a revolver of some kind. They need a 22 rifle of some kind. We have categories that can be, you know, the semi-auto pistol and the semi-auto rifle. You can bring a revolver, you can bring a bolt-action gun, you can bring a pump-action rifle. We got a category just about fits everybody. If you're a cowboy shooter and you got single actions and lever actions, bring them on out. We got a place for you.
So all in all, it's fun, it's inexpensive, there's no reason why somebody shouldn't jump into this competition.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, we have some recommendations. We have like some courses of fire on our website, but you know, it's not what you have to do. We have some guidelines we'd like people to follow because we don't want to overcomplicate this, and we aren't trying to establish an organization. We're just trying to establish some guidelines where people can come out and have fun.
So see, we have now taken away all your excuses. There's no reason you can't come out and compete. So I expect to see you here next year.
Right on.
Are you ready? Stand by. You're good.